They say the best camera is the one that you have on you. Well, is that actually the case? Is that actually the truth? Because the cameras we have on us at all times are these, our cell phones. Granted, I find the term cell phone a bit outdated. Cellular telephone. They're far more than that nowadays. They're like portable miniature computers. And pretty powerful ones at that times. Though they won't be any dedicated hardware, desktop, laptop, anything like that. They're still incredible pieces of technology that we all have on us at all times. So does that really make them the best camera? Well, yes and no. You see, cell phones have done a lot for so many of us. Almost everyone has one. You can't really go throughout life now without one. What have cell phones done for photography and creative? Well, they've made it accessible. That's for one. They've made it easy for billions of people to document billions upon billions of memories and special occasions. They've made photography accessible. They've made it easy for anyone to take pictures, and technically good pictures at that. However, they don't teach. They don't ask questions. By taking photos with the camera on the phone, you're letting the phone and the software built into the phone do all of the work. You're letting all of the decision makings be done by the algorithmic programming that is built in. On a actual camera, a mirrorless or DSLR or anything that is in the pro consumer level or higher, I'd say, you're kind of the one asking the questions. What focal length? What aperture? What shutter speed? What lighting? What shadows? What is there? You're the one asking the questions. And it is partly why taking photos with the phone are just pictures, really. But a photograph and a piece of work, a piece of creative artwork, in my experience and in my personal opinion, can only be done with a camera. Sure, phones, like I said, have been key to documenting so many memorable moments, videos, and photos alike, but we're not getting the newest iPhone or Samsung every year simply because it makes better phone calls. We're getting it for the cameras, let's be honest. And it has granted millions upon billions even access to creativity, which is great. It's an amazing thing. But it's not true creativity. It's a gateway, and it's a powerful gateway. It helps you think and learn about photography and the creative process. The very first few years, as I was saving up for a camera, proper camera, the one I'm recording on right now even, it was my cell phone that I used to kind of learn the basics, learn things like the rule of thirds and leading lines and all of that stuff, all of the principles that I talked in a previous video. But it didn't really get me thinking like a photographer. It didn't really get me thinking like a creative. So, yes, in a way, the best camera that you have on you is just that, the one that you have on you. The best camera is that, which is your cell phone. But it's not going to teach you to see. It's not going to teach you to understand the principles. It's not going to teach you the differences of what a 50mm lens versus a 100mm lens is going to be. It's not going to teach you the difference of a wide angle versus a telephoto. It's not going to teach you the difference of a prime versus a zoom. Do you need to know that stuff? Well, it's debatable, especially with how good the cell phones are now. But, in my personal opinion, you should know them. Everyone should know them. Everyone that wants to be a creative should know them to some extent. Maybe not as in-depth as photographers, but everyone in a creative video photo format should know them. What cell phones have done is that they are fast, easy, and automatic. They are convenience over intention. The cell phone is incredibly convenient. It does all the things I've listed and more. You need to look something up, maybe a place to go grab dinner with friends. Your cell phone's right there with Google and the quickest, closest by, highly rated dinner spots. You need to know what time movies are. It's right there with the answer. It's actually a little ridiculous. It's like a personal assistant, in a way. It is incredibly convenient, especially in the form of art. However, intention is where the camera is. What is your intention? What is your story of that you are trying to convey? What is the intention of the very photo you are taking? That is something I have yet to find on a phone. I can take the principles I've learned with my phone and I can translate them and get still pretty good photos, but I lose the ability to slow down. I lose the ability to stay focused. I lose the ability to know that what I'm doing is for the purpose of that photo. So, are cell phones the best camera? Yes and no. Is the best camera out there the one you have on you? Absolutely. But it's a bit different than what most people think. Most people think when they hear that they need to have a little pocket camera, which are phenomenal little cameras in their own power. I currently am saving up for one myself to just have on me. The cell phones are powerful. Cameras are powerful. In fact, I'd almost argue that they're in a arms race against one another currently, with how the medium and market has changed over the years. This here is a photo that I took on my phone, and it was during a massive snowstorm. I used to live by a lake. I traveled down it. I saw that the lake was partially frozen over, took the photo. It's still one of my favorite photos, but it's not the best. I wish I could retake it. I wish I could revisit the location and retake it. This here is a photo that I took on a trip. I'm going down the freeway. I'm actually in the back seat of a car with my phone, looking out towards the mountain. Got real lucky with that photo, personally. These are great photos. Can't really replicate them. This photo with my camera, same snowstorm, has a bit more intention behind it. Has a bit more notice to it. The way I edited, the way I have the freedom to change lenses and everything else. I looked at the red berries and I wanted to capture them in their contrast with the white snow and the green leaves. Really, I guess what I'm trying to say is phones can take great photos. They're powerful tools. Cameras can also take great photos. They're also powerful tools, but it's the intention. It's what you're trying to convey to the viewer. It is the audience in which you are trying to show your photo to. That is what matters more than anything. And that is the most powerful camera on the world. I will leave it there. Thank you for watching. And until next time, I'll see you in the next one.